Hey everybody, I'm back. And this is what we called it Weed Talk. First one, we just gonna call this Everything Talk because we're looking at situations where the spirit of addiction is real. For those of y'all that don't know, I did a clip just saying I'm smelling weed and seeing weed in the church when it comes to the band, the praise team, the preacher, and in the congregation. And to my surprise, it bothered a lot of people. So since it bothered you, I decided to dig deeper into this to see what we could look at. And what we did first time, we brought in 3 individuals, discuss their addiction and their deliverance. Everybody doesn't want to be free. So guess what? I'm not talking to you. Keep puffing, keep doing your thing. But then there are some that realize this is a problem. And so the question is, how do we help you come out of that? How do we throw you a lifeline to pull you out? Because somebody's saying, I want to be free from this. I need to be delivered from this. And the Bible says, I will give you a way of escape. So I brought some people in who've been delivered from Egypt to talk to you on how to get out of this thing. Those of y'all that want to use it and say, well, I feel good doing it, continue to do you. But I'm looking at teenagers who don't have the maturity to deal with this. I'm watching parents cry because their kids, their teens are not communicating with them anymore. This is not the child that you raised. I've seen parents invest in their kids, give them the best of everything, send them to college, and now this is not the kid that I raised. So what I've decided to do is continue this conversation, and I have 2 ladies here, Shelly and Nicole, and I'll allow them to give you their story. And all of them started at a young age, and it took them somewhere that they thought that it would never take them, but they're here today, and each of them are sitting here in front of us, delivered. I want to start with Shelly. Pastor Glenn brought your name up, and he was like, you have to talk to Shelly. Shelly is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I would say, as they used to say in church, give us your testimony. What age did you start? What drug did you start with? Where did it take you? And we'll go from there.
Yes, sir. So I started.
Talking to Mike.
Yes, sir. I started smoking and selling marijuana in the 5th grade.
In the 5th grade?
Yes, sir. So I had a friend, my best friend to this day.
Frank Lucas, go ahead. I'm sorry. You're a female Frank Lucas up here. Go ahead.
My friend, my best friend, her father was a major marijuana supplier in Western Michigan. Yeah. And so we had access to bales, pounds. When I say bales, I'm talking bales. Just imagine a bale of straw.
Right.
Just to give you a visual
Right.
of marijuana. And we would go in the house, in the garage, and dig in the baskets of marijuana, stuff it in our pocket. We wouldn't even put it in baggies. Stuff it in our pockets, roll weed, smoke weed every single day. I'm talking from 5th grade forward. In fact, I was in my first raid. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I was in my very first raid. I think I was in about 6th or 7th grade at that house.
So were you raised around weed? Was it in the house? Were your parents smoking? Was it just a daily part of life?
So not so much marijuana when you mention my parents, but alcohol.
Okay.
And I have aunts and uncles on both sides, my paternal and maternal sides of my families, who are alcoholic, and addicted to other substances. Some of them are deceased, but were addicted to other substances.
So tell me your teen life. What was your teen life like?
Yeah. So my teen life was, I smoked marijuana throughout all of my teen life for the most part. I grew up in a very chaotic home. My mother experienced schizophrenia, in and out of mental institutions, state and local psychiatric institutions. Father alcoholic, in and out of like foster home, and so I spent a lot of time at the house that I told you, just mentioned that I told you about, and So my teen life was just kind of me doing things that a normal teen, whatever that means, shouldn't do or shouldn't have access to. Being exposed to things that teens shouldn't have access
So
to.
you smoked all through grade school, all through high school.
All through grade school, high school, and I sold. I sold a lot of marijuana, and other substances.
Okay. So you went from marijuana to other drugs.
Yes, sir.
After marijuana, what was the next drug that you tried?
The next drug was alcohol. I didn't really like alcohol because my father was alcoholic, and I promised myself that I would never, ever, ever treat my children or do the things that I saw my father do as a result of alcohol. But I know now that a drug is a drug is a drug, whether it's marijuana, alcohol, cocaine, heroin.
Nicotine.
Yeah, nicotine. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But I went from marijuana, alcohol to crack cocaine.
Wow.
No, powder cocaine, then crack cocaine.
Wow. What was your lowest point?
My lowest point, there were so many low points, but my lowest point, I often share this, that when I was sitting in the penitentiary, 47500 5 Mile Road, Scott's Correctional Facility in Plymouth, Michigan, thinking to myself, what's a nice girl like me doing in a place like this? How did I get here? This was in 1995. I weighed 98 pounds, Pastor Hannah. 98 pounds. Prior to that, I was a manager at General Motors. Did a lot of things in the nonprofit sector. Lots of things in my community. Very involved in the community. And now I'm sitting in the penitentiary, wondering how did I get here? It's like I had a moment of clarity, many moments of clarity. MINIMANY. Many moments of clarity.
Wow. All right, Nicole. I love Nicole. Nicole walked up on me after 4 a.m. prayer one morning and was like, Pastor Hannah, next time you need somebody to talk, I'm here for you. So I was like, give me your number, and have my office to call her. And Nicole, God did it for you. You started, marijuana was your life. It was your life.
It was.
What age did you start?
17.
And you smoked how often?
Every day, all day. It was like I had to live with it. It's like bathing with it. Actually, I did, because I'll get out the shower and smoke when I get in. I'll go in the shower, come out and do it, wake up to it.
Why did you feel like you needed to smoke every day, all day? Was it a place of comfort, or was it something going on that you needed to escape?
I was trying to escape.
Okay.
I was trying to escape reality, dealing with pressure, people, trying to accept myself, what I was going through in life, because I was a teenager and I didn't know how to, I never had too many real friends because everybody used everybody. So I had to comfort myself with marijuana, just so I can be able to think and be able to move around, even though I would sleep all the time.
So was it something that was done in your home?
Yes, it was in my home, but my mother never smoked marijuana.
Your siblings?
My father.
Your father smoked?
Yes, he smoked everything. So I took his side of the family because my mother didn't do nothing.
Okay. And so then at one point you had a heart attack.
Yes.
At what age?
I think it was 22. It was 20 because I was 17. I did it for 5 years, and it was 22 years old. They was like, "Is you smoking?" I said, "No."
So it's affecting you physically?
Yeah, it affects me health-wise, yes.
Mm-hmm. It's affecting your heart rate. It's affecting your breathing. It's affecting your energy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then you come off of it.
Come off of it until April the 10th, 2015.
Stop right there. April 10th, 2015, you experienced something that I call a tragic. Your mother ends up in an accident and you lose your mom. Grief does what to you?
Tore me down because I didn't know where to go. It was just like it was like a hit, like somebody that smacked you in your face, took the life out of you. So then that was it. I think I took advantage of weed. I probably was spending $1,000 because I smoked so much, probably 20 blunts a day, fall asleep, wake up. And it wasn't blunts, they were shots.
Wait. You spend $1,000 how often?
Probably every month or every 2 weeks. It didn't matter. I didn't care about the money. I just had to smoke.
Wow. Okay, so grief got you now that it has you smoking every day, all day. What is it doing for you though? Because you miss your mom, but what is this doing for you?
It actually has me sleeping. I had to answer nobody. I had to talk to nobody. If I was smoking right now, you wouldn't be able to talk to me because I'd be asleep. I wake
But you
up.
have kids.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to them either. No. I was just caring about, I was being selfish. I didn't care about their wares or their needs, you know. I felt like it was me that was hurting. They didn't understand me, so I went into a deep depression. The depression that lead to suicidal, mental institution, all types of things, jumping.
All from weed.
All from weed. I just couldn't take it no more. I couldn't do it no more. I wanted to end my life because I didn't have my mother. So once the weed couldn't get me to where I need to go, I just started cutting myself, taking pills, jumping off. They found me in a lake and they brought me out. Went to the hospital. They relived me. Somebody else died while I was getting relived. So it was just a timing thing with me. When it was time for me to stop, when I was just tired of doing.
How many years did this go on?
For a minute. I just stopped 2 years ago.
So from 2015, you said,
2015.
to 2024,
Yeah.
every day,
Every day, all day.
all day.
All driving. They get out the car. People thought my car was on fire. They was like, ooh, somebody smell like ganja. Ooh, she on fire. No, that's just weed. Old people be looking at me. I'm like, I'm sorry, but if y'all knew my story, I don't look like what I've been through. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, they was like, how is she doing it? How's she living in a car? She can't even see out the windows.
Shelly, what do you say when, and right now? Let's just talk about what the devil meant for evil. God turned that thing for good.
Yes.
To the point that you did every drug. Can you just give me a list of some of the drugs that you've tried?
Marijuana. Yes. Before I answer that question, let me say this about marijuana. People like to minimize weed, marijuana. All right, and a drug is a drug is a drug. There are people who have marijuana-induced psychosis. Okay, young people and older people, seniors. Okay, so I've used marijuana, I've used alcohol, PCP, heroin, crack cocaine, powder cocaine.
What do you say to the person that says, I have a high tolerance? It doesn't control me. I know what I'm doing. I'm good.
What I would say to that person is the millisecond, if there is such a thing, that you think that you are in control, you are already out of control because your thinking is out of control. And perhaps the progression of the addiction is not apparent to you, or you have not gotten the consequences that you will inevitably get as you continue to smoke in control.
Okay. So you started in the fifth grade, and it took you, at what age did you say, okay? What was the wake-up call for you? I need to know the wake-up call.
The wake-up call for the substance?
For you
for
to
any
say,
substance?
I'm done.
Yeah. So, as I mentioned, when I was sitting in the penitentiary, but there was another time, and I get emotional every time I think about this. I have 3 sons. Okay. And my youngest 2 sons, I had taken them to the crack house with me, and I left them in the car. And the person that managed the crack house, he told me, he said, Shelly, if you don't get out there and get your kids. Now, this is wintertime. The car was all fogged up. You couldn't even see out the windows. He said, if you don't get out there and get your kids, I'm taking your kids to your mother's house, because they knew me, knew where I lived and everything. And I still didn't go out. And he ended up taking my kids to my mother. And every time I think about, I can cry right now, every time I think about my 5-year-old and 6-year-old at the time, sitting in that car, while I couldn't leave. Pastor Hannah, I could not leave. I was in the grip of this crack cocaine addiction, and crack cocaine, or that feeling, getting that next hit, was more important to me than my children.
All right. What age did you have to be locked up to get clean?
Well, that was part of my experience. But now I hear the question. some people don't have to be locked up.
Okay.
But the only time I stopped is when I was locked up. That's the only time I stopped, is when I got arrested, and I've been arrested I can't even count the times that I've been arrested. Right. 6 felony convictions, every single.
You should be sitting here.
I'm only sitting here because of the grace of Almighty God. In fact, I often say this: I should be doing the rest of my natural life in the penitentiary. Yes, sir. I should not be here. I've been shot. I mean, I could just go all over the place with this story. Just so many things happened to me as a result of my use of my addiction. And I want to add this too. I don't know if you're going to ask a question about this, but addiction.
Oh.
Addiction.
Oh.
2 things make up true addiction: obsession and compulsion.
Explain those 2.
Obsession is that fixed idea that takes us back time and time and time again to a particular drug or some substitute to recapture that ease and comfort that
I need
we knew.
to take that to get me here.
Absolutely. You know what? I listened to the first time you did this, and I heard you say, "I like weed." And let me also say this. I'll get back to where we are. Pastor Hannah, my invisible hat off to you. When I heard you say that, "I like weed," I was like, my God, how many pastors do you hear with that level of honesty and authenticity? I mean, perhaps there are some, but I haven't heard them. I have not heard them. And for you to be vulnerable and transparent to that level, being the pastor John Hannon that you are now, and being able to say that, I take my hat off to you.
I think that, those of us that grew up around it, those of us that have addiction in our bloodline,
Yes.
you got to know that this thing is spiritual.
Yes.
And if you grew up around it, it's in your bloodline.
Yes.
It's in your DNA.
It is.
And when I tried it, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna say, it was the worst thing. No, it was not the worst thing that I ever did. It was what I enjoyed.
Yes.
The Lord had to tell me, bro, this don't go where I'm taking you.
That's right.
This doesn't match your destiny.
That's right.
So that's my.
So the two things that make up true addiction, as I said, was obsession is one, and then that fixed idea. Let me go back to that fixed idea that take us back time and time again. And the way I connected to what you had said is because even though there has been years that you haven't smoked, I heard your story, since high school.
Right.
Still that fixed idea.
So,
I've been clean 32 years. No slips, no dips, no weekend trips, no nothing in my system. Okay. But there are times when I think about it, and that obsession, that fixed idea, I can feel it just thinking about it. Okay. So anyway, and then the other one is compulsion. Once having started, one hit, I was addicted to
the sound of it.
the sound of it. Oh, I'm serious. This thing is psychological. Okay. So let me reel it back in. So the obsession and then the compulsion, once having started that one hit, I don't care what it is. We are compelled to continue. We are compelled to continue.
Yeah. Nicole, once your mother died, you went to 2024. What was the wake up call?
The wake up call was when my son had called the ambulance on me. And I was like, I got to stop doing this. I got to find a way out of this. I had to find myself. And
was he calling because you were having another mental breakdown?
A mental breakdown. And I took.
Had you been inside the mental institute?
Ooh, since she passed away, a lot of times. So many times, I just started escaping.
Let me just say this to you, Nicole. I applaud you for being able to point to. A lot of people can't point to this is what kicked this off. I didn't know how to handle grief. So in me missing my mother, I reached for this, and this gave me comfort. And then not realizing you think it's giving you comfort, but it's really out to kill you. You understand what I'm saying? You really think it's your friend, but it's really your enemy. And this thing it's taking you away from your family. It's making you not talk to your kids. Now I got you in a mental institution. Now I got you suicidal. The turning point was when your son called the ambulance and said what?
He said my mother's took a lot of pills again, and somebody need to get her because I don't know what the pills. She's falling. I was falling out, and I was just. He was like, they had to revive, take the pills out again. So after that, I was like, I gotta stop this. I just started reading my Bible. I said, I has to read the Bible. And then guess what I said? I gotta find me a home.
So
And then Pastor Hannah wind up on my Facebook page, and I start watching you from that day on. And then I said, I'm gonna see how this church go. And I kept watching. I watched you for a whole year before I joined your church,
Wow.
May the 18th
Wow.
of last year, and I got baptized last year. And I graduated.
Come on.
So I did all the steps to do right and live by my Father, because he has blessed me. When I say he has blessed me tremendously, I can't
What
get
were the withdrawals though? When you say I'm not going to do this anymore, you've been doing it for 20 some years. What was that like when you said, okay, God, help me? How do you handle, because people know you.
Mhm.
How many offers did you have? Come smoke with me. Come to
I lost people, friends.
Oh,
I lost friends because I changed my life. And I said, if you can't accept me for me, because we don't have nothing in common no more. We don't smoke. We don't go to the bars. We don't drink. I don't do those things no more. I'm praying all day, and I'm doing my church all day. I'm listening to gospel music all day. They couldn't handle that. Don't pull up on me with that music. The devil's a lie. You won't be getting in my car, and I'm picking you
what
up.
I need.
This is what I need.
Me together.
Exactly.
Oh.
It keep me going. He kept me by all means when I know I should have been like dead 50 million times, but I was like a cat still here. And he just like, keep going, baby. I got you no matter what your situation is. I'm here for you. You don't need nobody else. And that's why I said, all I need is Jesus. And I played that song. Can't nobody do it like Jesus all the time. And he stayed by my side when
You tapped into the spirit realm.
yes.
God to help you, and you literally saw the power of God change you.
Ooh.
Then you had to change your environment. You had to change your circle. You had to change your village, because if you constantly hanging around smokers, it's gonna pull you in. It's gonna pull you back. You, on the other hand, you locked up. You have a conversation with God. You would say, "What is a nice girl like me doing in a place like this?" And it'll blow your mind how many gifted, talented people are in a bad place. What do you say to that person? Oh, in a mic.
The gifted and talented person that's in a bad place is to be honest with yourself. See, I could tell you anything. I could tell the parole officer or whomever is in your life, your children, parents, anything. But to thine own self be true. You cannot deny the consequences. You can't deny your experience, and neither can we deny another addict their pain.
Right.
You can want me or someone else to get delivered, or to stop, to take a look at themselves, all you want. That it's a decision that we had to make for ourselves, and that
Personal decision.
it's a personal
Were you
decision.
offended when people tell you need to come off this, or you need to stop this? Did you ever?
I wasn't offended because I knew I needed to stop. I knew I couldn't stop.
How do you think so many people got upset with me when I said this is an issue?
Well, it depends on the person that got upset. I would believe, I'm just taking a shot at this, that the people that got upset were the people that are doing it.
Oh,
Yeah. And that are in denial, or a level of denial.
thinking
And
that it helps them.
yeah, that's a lie. Now that's a lie from the pit of hell. I'm telling you, that is a lie. That's part of the process of coming out of denial, of accepting reality.
Right.
You keep believing the lie gets you high. The lie will keep getting you high, and not only keep getting you high, Pastor Hannah, and keep dragging you further and further into the eventual consequences that you will experience if you continue to use.
What would you say to the person who's addressing a bump in life? Life, as long as you live, life gonna throw you some blows. You're gonna lose some loved ones. You're gonna get some bad news. You're gonna go through in your finances. It's called life. And I prayed at the church as I painted the picture that once you get saved, you're not going to have to experience. That's a lie. You still going to get hit. What do you say to the person that's been hit by life, but reaching for that drug and they smoking their way to hide that grief, that pain, that divorce, that rejection, that abuse? What do you say to that person? Because you were hidden to hide the grief. What do you say to that person?
All I can say, do not let it take control of you. Pray on it. Prayer is so powerful. Your Father hears every word. I mean, He will help you through all circumstances, no matter what the situation is. When you pray and you really pray, get into the deep of your soul and give it to Him. He will let go so much. You will feel so much better, because I had to do it. I had to let go so much in my life.
You didn't go to a rehab facility or anything like that. It was just you and God, and you making conscious decisions about who I'm going to entertain, who I'm going to be around. That is a conscious decision that you have to make.
And I let it all go. I didn't need them, because it was just me and my Father. If you couldn't accept me for who I am, I had to let you go. You couldn't be on the same page I am, I had to let you go. What you do in your life, you do, but not me, because I had to deal. Everybody got a choice to make. It's either right or wrong. That's your choice. Like God give us, He give us a choice to make. We either deal with Him or but we can't serve two masters.
Come on.
It just ain't gonna happen. Either you gonna get with Him or you gonna get with the devil. And I'm not going nowhere with Him. I refuse.
You had enough time with Him
on earth.
Come
Just
on
by
here.
being here on earth, I had enough time with Him, because He got kicked out. You get kicked out of heaven. But anyway,
Stop, girl.
I just want to be in a peace of mind like I am with me and my Father. And me and my kids get along better. My daughter is able to come talk. She even trying to move in with me. Unconstitutional. But that's another subject.
But you got your family back.
I got my family back. And they all is very bright. One finna be a police officer, and the other one is an honor student. He gets scholarships coming to him right now. And my daughter is, she got her master and her bachelor degree, and she work at Northwestern. She is an RN. So God has truly blessed me. I cannot complain on my worst day, because either on my worst day, I say thank you. Either on my bad days, I say thank you. Whatever I go through, I say thank you, because He woke me up for purpose, and my purpose is to let the world know that it is a God, Jehovah. Glory, hallelujah.
Don't go in. That's what I'm talking about.
He like a thief in the night. Whoa. Woo, I get the fire. Woo, I got the fire when I say it comes out.
And you ain't how doing it.
Oh, stop. I'm high off Jehovah. Thank you. That's all I need to be. Thank you.
Look at me. I want to talk to Sheila, because you flipped this thing. Not only did He get you out, you now reach back to pull other ladies out. Tell us now what you do in this thing called life right now, and how you're reaching.
Yes, sir. So I have to say this, ain't no high like the Most High.
Come on here.
Ain't another high like the Most High. So what I do now, Pastor Hannah, is I have recovery homes. I think I said that earlier, for women who experience challenges due to substance abuse, mental health issues, prostitution, a multiplicity of issues, chronic unemployment histories, chronic legal histories, the full gamut. And so I offer housing and support. I've been doing it since 1997. Okay.
So there's someone listening to this right now that is addicted, but I can't get clean in my environment.
Right.
They'll say, I pray like Nicole, but I keep going back.
Right.
I need an escape. You provide that escape.
I do. And I don't believe that you can't get clean in your environment. I mean, that may be somebody else's experience, so I don't want to minimize that, because I got clean in my environment. And all of my homes are in close proximity to each other, 3 to 5 minutes apart, and they are all in the inner city, in the hood that I grew up in on the southeast side of Grand Rapids. And I strategically, purposefully have them there, because oftentimes people will go away whether it's prison or treatment programs, and they do a geographical change and come back. What do they come back to when they get out of the penitentiary for the most part? And these treatment facilities is they come back to their hood, and so that's why I still have these homes in the inner city, and I have had phenomenal. When I tell you phenomenal success. I've had women come to me with nothing, no GED, no ponytail, no teeth, no nothing, and now have one young lady has 2 master's degrees. They have bachelor's degrees. I have women that have come to the House of Blessings who now have recovery homes themselves. One young lady, and specifically one of these young ladies, she has a home for women with children, and she started off at the House of Blessings. One other thing I want to say is we have a recovery oriented system of care now. Chicago has it. When I say recovery oriented, it's not fragmented systems now. Mental health over here and substance abuse over here. It's a recovery oriented system of care that includes recovery coaches, peer support specialists, social workers, you name it, even police officers combined to reach out to people that are struggling. And this system of care is quite totally different than the system of care that I experienced when I was coming through.
What we're going to do, we're going to tag your information
Yes.
on this. So you're going to get a lot of phone calls. You're going to get a lot of emails of people that are reaching out to you. Also, we're going to tag your Instagram page because you're going to have some mothers reaching out. You're going to have some ladies reaching out, and they're going to be inboxing you. I promise you, you're going to get hit. But we're overcome by the words of our testimony.
Absolutely.
And I believe that God allowed each of you all to go through what you went through so that you could sit here today. We're living in a world where they are legalizing the struggle. And just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right. Man legalizes sin.
Yes.
They legalize it. It's legal now. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right. The Bible has to be what I call our living guide.
Yes.
And we live by the word of God. I want to just say that God had me to do this because I live in this city. I worship in this city. I pastor in this city. And I've watched some babies in my church who grew up with major potential. And I saw them start smoking. And I saw their lives go down. I saw mothers praying, asking God to deliver my child. I saw some come in and be able to function in the church, but won't nobody say anything to them. Everything I say out of love, because I believe that God has a purpose for everyone.
Yes.
And I believe that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and to destroy. And I wanted to bring people up front and says, no, don't you listen to these people that tell you that this is okay. This is proof that it's not okay and it doesn't have a good ending.
It doesn't.
So I'll let you have something last that each of you all can say, and we'll close it out. Why don't you go first?
I want to say, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. As long as you got Jehovah in your life, you're able to do whatever you need to do that's positive. Never let negativity or negative people be involved in your life if you want bigger things in your life. So with that saying, pick wisely, because the choices you make, you'll have to deal with it for the rest of your life.
All right.
I would say get the help that you deserve. I didn't say need. I said you deserve. Yes, get the help that you deserve. And everybody's experience is different. Okay, but my experience is definitely the word of God. As you said, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. I thank God for the word. I thank God for 12-step programs. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but there.
Get in it. Whatever you need.
Yes.
If you need AA, if
Absolutely.
you need NA, if you need accountability.
Yes.
Get it.
Yes. I didn't take one step to Jesus. A lot of people did. That was not not my experience. Okay. So, and God knew, I believe that everything that happened in closing, Pastor Hannah, that happened, my experiences in life on this journey to deliverance, I believe all of it happened for a reason. And I believe that God ordains. He doesn't ordain everything to happen, but he allows everything to happen.
Right.
He didn't want me to put a crack pipe in my mouth,
Oh.
but he allowed it to happen. And my
Because
experience,
we're free-willed individuals.
absolutely. And because of all that, I'm better able to help others.
All right. I've done my best to try to help as many as I can. Like I said earlier, some of you all, regardless of what we say, you feel like it's okay. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. But don't get up here and justify what you know is killing you. Don't try to act like, oh, I'm good. It's not. It's affecting your entire life. I know for a fact that had I continued to do what my flesh enjoyed, I wouldn't be sitting in the seat that I'm in. You have to learn to deny your flesh, because your flesh can crave things, but it doesn't go with your purpose. So I'm begging as many of you all that can feel the pull that God is saying, come on, let's stop this. This behavior is hindering you, your lifestyle, your family, your kids, your future, your job. You got to know when God is dealing with you. Look at me. I got a lot of things that I need to be doing, but God is saying, stop.
Yes.
This is something that we need to address right now, because it's not just outside in the streets. It's sitting right up in your pulpit. It's sitting right up in your pews. It's holding positions. It's close to your house. It's in your house.
Yes.
And we come to address it. We're not going to hide it under the rug. We're going to deal with it. So God, I pray right now that you would deal with each of us individually. I pray that those that are listening to this and watching this that want help, that you will begin to show them that you are giving them a way of escape. I pray that the Holy Spirit begin to deal with you. I come against the spirit of addiction. I come against this craving that's in your flesh. I pray that God will give you the ability to deny your flesh and give in to the Holy Spirit. So we thank you that victory will be the testimony of people that watch this and listen to this. And we know that our living is not in vain. And I quote Jeremiah 32:27. Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? And I say to you that what you're dealing with is not too hard for God, but you must bring it to him. He's not just going to come and take it. You got to give it to him. God bless you. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I celebrate you, and I ask that God continue to